What's up, guys? Cody here with Don in the Out of Bounds Sports Podcast. Today we'll be doing a little recap of the second round of the playoffs. They're finally over, both for basketball and hockey. And then we'll get into our predictions for the final round before the finals. And we'll catch you up on all that. So we'll see you in there.
All right, so first of all, let's start with the hockey.
Did you catch the game last night?
I absolutely did.
I was watching until 2-0.
You know what? That Skinner almost cost them the game again.
Oh, man.
That guy. What? Paul Coffey, he's the head coach.
Yeah.
Why do you keep putting this guy in? Like, the only reason they won Game 6 because he only had 15 shots on goal.
Well, yeah, I think the first one when I was watching, the shots were like 22-4 or something.
Yeah, and
Vancouver had nothing going in the first period and a half.
And for the whole game, they had 17. Like, so you know what? And they still scored 2 goals.
2 goals, yeah, I was gonna say.
All right. So point wise, let's just go over this quickly. So I had the Avalanche beating Dallas. That was my only loss. I had Edmonton over Vancouver. I only got a point for that because I think I picked 6 and it was in 7. I picked Florida over Boston. I get 1 point for that. And of course, the team that bails my ass out, New York Rangers, picked them in 6. And what happened? What happened?
Picked them 1-6. They made it scary though. Those Rangers, they looked a little shaky. Besides the last game, it was a bit scary. Actually, up until the mid-third period of the last game.
Up till the second period.
Yeah,
but yeah, like it was. They were down 3-1, and I'm not going to say I had a lot of confidence. I hadn't given up yet, but then all of a sudden, Kreider. The natural hat trick.
Oh, man.
Bang, bang, bang. All of a sudden, see you later, Carolina. That's why when you got Anderson in goal, an ex-Leaf goalie who couldn't even stay on that crappy-ass team, and you put him as a starter, good for you.
Yeah, goodbye.
So I ended up with a total of 4 points in the second round, and I had 7 points in the first round, which gives me 11 points.
Not bad.
How did you do?
I didn't fare so well in this second round. But you know what? I'm not going to put that on me. I'm going to put that on the Denver Nuggets and the New York Knicks because they had 2 games.
What kind of bitch move is that? You blame it on the team.
They had two games, both, to close out the series and at least give me a point. At least 1 point. And they couldn't do it. Denver, what a roller coaster of a series that one was. Denver down 0-2. Wins 3 straight, up 3-2, chance to close it out in Minnesota, can't do it, gets blown out. Chance to close it out in Denver, can't do it.
Well,
it cost me a point on that one.
I will say that, especially going into those last 2 games, it wasn't looking good for me. Because this is the overall point total for the Nachos.
Chuck's Nachos.
At the end. So, and I was already down by 2, and I had to at least tie this time. And I'm thinking, there's no way that you're going to lose both of those games.
I know.
And I don't watch basketball, and I'll tell you why. There's one reason and one reason only. Apparently, in 1969, they put a man on the moon, but they can't stop those sneakers from squeaking on the floor.
Hey, you gotta have a dry core.
Oh my God, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. I can't even listen to it. But I did watch the last half of both of those games, and I laughed and I laughed and I laughed. Especially the last one. I'm going, you got to be kidding me.
But Minnesota does look hungry, so kudos to Minnesota. I'll scorn Denver, but kudos to Minnesota. And the Knicks got blown out too by the Pacers. Pacers scored the most points in a quarter in a game 7, I think, or something crazy like that. They came out hot. Knicks. I mean, the Knicks are beat up. They're playing their 8th, 9th, 10th guy in rotation. Their bench guys are starting. They've got Brunson was banged up. Hart was banged up. Anunoby didn't play. Julius Randle hasn't played all playoffs. Mitchell Robinson got hurt. I mean, you just go down the line. It's impressive how far they made it. I still thought they'd be able to squeak past the Pacers, but they couldn't. So it cost me 2 points. It cost me 4 points, honestly.
Yeah.
But so moving on to the other two series, we had Dallas and OKC.
Okay, so I lost the first round, and I took him out for his chicken wings on Sunday.
That's right, yeah.
But we forgot to film it. But that's okay, because he's taking me out for chicken wings next Sunday, because I won the second round.
He did. Because I only got 2 points, one from the Dallas series and one from the Boston series. So and I thought I had Dallas in 6. I thought I clutched it out. And we went back and watched the footage, and you know what? It's on tape.
It's 5. It's on tape. So here we are. We're all tied up with only 3 series left to go. So it's going to be interesting. Someone's got to get the team correct and the games. Otherwise, it's
Yeah. So why don't we? What are our last 2 series in the hockey here?
Okay. Let's start with the Rangers and Florida. I think you know who I'm going to pick.
Yeah. You're going Rangers, but how many games? That's an interesting one.
Well, the way I've been looking at it is that the Rangers have not faced a goaltender like Bobrovsky so far in the playoffs. But Florida hasn't faced a goalie like Shesterkin either.
Yeah.
I just think I'm going, and even though they got beat by a Florida team last year, it wasn't this team. They got beat by Tampa Bay last year.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to go New York Rangers in 6.
It's a good number. Yeah, 6.
So, and the other series, okay, now I know that I said before that it'll be Edmonton and the Rangers in the Stanley Cup Finals. Well, as long as they got Skinner in goal, I can't keep that. Because here's one thing that I can guarantee you. The Stars will get more than 17 shots on goal per game.
Dallas comes out hot.
Against
I don't think they were only down once against the Colorado that whole series. So
and the thing is, when Edmonton plays their game, which as we saw in the last 2 games, they can score.
Oh, McDavid! I was watching last night. That was kind of the first kind of game I caught most of, and McDavid's so fast. Yeah. You see him like skating through like it's nothing. It's crazy.
He's almost as fast as Kreider is.
I think he's a bit faster. I would say.
I bet you he's not. I really bet you he's
Hopefully
not.
We'll see that matchup in the finals, but
I don't think so. And just I like Edmonton. I like the team. Skinner is. You know what? If I knew that they were starting Picard, I'd pick Edmonton. But I know they're not starting Picard. They're going to put in that asswipe Skinner again so he can get them 2 games behind. The other reason why is that this Vancouver-Edmonton series was tough. And Edmonton is exhausted.
Oh, yeah.
And I can pretty well guarantee they're going to lose the first game. Right? Well, in the last round, you don't want to start in a hole against Dallas.
No.
So I'm going to pick Dallas.
Dallas has knocked off the last 2 Stanley Cup champions in the first round. They knocked off the Aces, and they knocked off the Avalanche. So
and they beat them both in 6.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm picking them in 6 again.
There we go.
I'm going Dallas in 6.
Nice. 2 series in 6. I might follow suit here. We've got Dallas and Minnesota, which is looking like a fascinating series to me. Minnesota, like I mentioned earlier, looks hungry. They look, Ant-Man's playing crazy. The gel that they've got, the team chemistry, like they look like they want this bad. And Dallas is a team they've got great talent. Luka Doncic is fantastic. Kyrie Irving is when he's on as well, so he can get hot. And they've got a decent defensive. The problem with Minnesota is they're big. They've got Rudy Gobert. They've got Cat. They've got Naz Reid. They've got a big team. So matching up with them's tough. But so with that being said, I think I'm going to go Minnesota. In terms of games, I could see it going 7. But if Minnesota played how they played against Denver, I don't know if Dallas has a chance to go 7. So I'm going to go Minnesota in 6.
Minnesota.
And Boston versus the Pacers does kind of look like a one-sided matchup. Boston definitely is the superior team. But as they've shown in the first couple rounds, they're capable of dominating. And then I feel like they let the rope loose a little bit. They get bored. So they've given a game to both Miami and Cleveland, who I think aren't as good as the Pacers. I think the way the Pacers are playing, they have a chance to sneak 2 games. I don't think they've lost a home game in the playoffs yet, the Indiana Pacers. So with that being said, I think they can sneak 2 games off Boston. I don't think any more than that. So I'm also going to go Boston in 6.
So you got the 6s all around.
And I was thinking, what are the chances of a tie? So,
What do you mean, what are the chances?
like of us tying, should we make a tiebreaker? Or should we just see how it plays out? So I'm thinking, should we predict like who we think is going to win? Like, who do you think is going to win the first 2 games of each series?
Well, I was actually thinking about that myself.
Yeah.
And if we're tied after this round, okay, because, if we're not tied after this round, it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, it's true.
So if we're tied after this round,
In the finals, we'll do that.
then what we need to do is I'll do my NHL picks, and you'll do your NBA picks. And then you pick an NHL team.
I like that, yeah.
And I pick a team in how many games.
For the finals.
Yeah.
I like that, yeah.
Okay,
That's a good call.
I've actually lost sleep over that. I was thinking about it so much.
But that'll be fun. We can cross examine here and see what the other knows about the other sports. So.
Yeah, I used to watch basketball in the 70s and in the 80s when it was like Larry Bird and stuff like that,
Yeah, Matty Johnson, all those guys.
But I did watch it a bit when Golden State was on top of the world.
Yeah, it was an exciting time to watch that.
So, but overall, it's just, the thing is, I can't stand that sound, and I can't watch a sports game with the volume down.
Yeah, it's not the same. I know.
Right?
I was gonna say, why don't you just turn the volume down? But it is not the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like, that's the biggest problem I have, is that it grates me.
Yeah.
So
we might have to go live for one of our final games and we'll watch it together. We'll have us live. We'll have it on the TV in the background.
You mean for our person?
What's that?
You mean for our person?
For all of you our fantastic subscribers that we've got out there. Thanks again for subscribing to the Out of Bounds Sports Podcast. Anything else to add today?
No. We're gonna do our Wednesday thingy tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be back at it with the weekly podcast number 3 tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then Thursday we should be coming at you with some predictions for
We're
the
gonna
weekend.
make it Thursday, but I'll post it Friday.
Oh, so okay. Well, on Friday,
right
before SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we're still waiting to see who's the final and who's going to be facing Gunther in the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring.
I don't think we have to wait for that to end.
No, we don't. I was just thinking, yeah.
Right.
Well, we will because we're gonna have to. We're not that we can't make that prediction yet.
Yes, we can say if it's this guy against this guy,
okay.
just like we were doing with the other stuff.
Yeah, all right.
Just relax about this whole thing. Not that complicated.
So yeah, you can catch us back tomorrow, weekly podcast. And then we'll be back later in the week for some wrestling predictions. We got 2 big pay-per-views coming up this weekend for both WWE and AEW. So
actually, we have 1 pay-per-view and 1 PLE.
PLAs, I'll never get used to that. You have a busy weekend full of wrestling this weekend.
Yes.
I'll be working, so I won't be able to catch. Oh, actually, you know what? I'll be able to catch the Saudi show. It starts at 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be watching Dynamite tomorrow. Looking forward to that, and then I'll watch the other stuff. But you know what? This was about the hockey and basketball playoffs, so let's stop this nonsense.
I was going to say,
edit that.
Did you watch EO Sky last night? All right. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you liked the video, make sure you leave us a like. Comment on what your predictions are for the final round of the both basketball and hockey playoffs. Make sure you subscribe, turn those notifications on so you can catch our next video tomorrow. And we'll see you then. Take care.
Bye-bye.